This is the audio for Monster by Walter D. Myers, pages 28 through 41. Page 28. Cut to witness stand. Jose Delgado is on the stand. He is young, very well built, and articulate. Jose, I'm on until 9. The store closes at 9. So in the afternoon, I either go home and grab a bite or go out for Chinese. That night, I went out for Chinese. Usually, I get something and eat it in the back. When I went out, everything was okay. Petroselli, what time did you leave the drugstore? Jose, 4:30, maybe 4:35 at the latest. Petroselli, and what did you discover on your return? Jose, at first, I didn't see anything, which I knew was weird because Mr. Nesbitt wouldn't leave the place empty. I went around behind the counter and I saw Mr. Nesbitt on the floor. There was blood everywhere, and the cash register was open. A lot of cigarettes were missing too, maybe 5 cartons. Petroselli, did you call the police? Jose, yeah, but I knew Mr. Nesbitt was dead. Petroselli, Mr. Delgado, are you familiar with the so-called martial arts? Jose, that's my hobby. I have a black belt in karate. Page 30. Petroselli, is that fact pretty well known in the neighborhood in which the drugstore operated? Jose, yeah, because whenever I was in a match and it made the papers, Mr. Nesbitt used to put the paper in the window. Petroselli, did the police ever visit the drugstore? Jose, sometimes they would come in and sneak a smoke. Petroselli, nothing further. Briggs, you state that 5 cartons of cigarettes were missing. Jose, that's right. Briggs, 5, not 6. Jose, afterwards I checked the inventory, it was 5. Briggs, what medical school did you attend? Jose, none. Briggs, but you said you knew that Mr. Nesbitt was dead. You were sure of it. That right? Jose, pretty sure. Briggs, sure enough to stop and do inventory before trying to help your boss. Page 32. Jose, I didn't take inventory right away. I just noticed. You work in the store, you notice if something is missing. Briggs, how long did it take? Jose, pissed. I don't remember. Briggs, nothing further. O'Brien, no questions. Petroselli is told to stay steps down. The state calls Salvatore Zinzi. Cuts to Sal Zinzi on the stand. He is nervous, slightly overweight. He wears thick glasses, which he touches over and over again as he testifies. Petroselli, Mr. Zinzi, where were you when you first became involved in this case? Zinzi, Rikers Island. Petroselli, why were you there? Zinzi, stolen property. A guy sold me some baseball cards. They were stolen. Petroselli, you knew they were stolen? Zinzi, yeah, I guess. Petroselli, while you were at Rikers Island, did you engage in a certain conversation with Wendell Bolden? Zinzi, yes, ma'am. Petroselli, you want to tell me about the conversation? Zinzi, he said he knew about a drugstore holdup where a guy was killed and he was thinking of turning the guy in to get a break. Petroselli, what did you do as a result of this conversation? Zinzi, I called Detective Gluck and told him what I knew. Petroselli, because you wanted a break too, is that right? Zinzi, yeah. Petroselli, so Bolden told you he knew about the crime. Was there anything else? Zinzi, that was it. Petroselli, did he tell you about some cigarettes? Zinzi, yeah, Briggs, objection, she's leading. Petroselli, what's wrong? What else did he tell you? Zinzi, that he got some cigarettes from this guy, 2 cartons. Page 36. Petroselli, did he tell you the name of the person he got the cigarettes from? Zinzi, no, just that he was sure the guy was involved in the holdup. Petroselli, nothing further. Cut to Briggs at the podium. Briggs, you wanted a break, Mr. Zinzi. Why did you need a break? You only had a few months to do, isn't that right? Zinzi, some guys were sexually harassing me, sir. Briggs, sexually harassing? Were they calling you a sissy? What does sexually harass mean to you? Page 37. Zenzi, they wanted to have sex with me. Briggs, so to save yourself from being gang raped, is that what they wanted to do to you? Zenzi, yeah. Briggs, and you were afraid? Zenzi, yeah. Briggs, you were afraid and you would have said just about anything to get out of that situation, isn't that right? Zenzi, I guess so. Page 38. Briggs, would you lie? Zenzi, no. Briggs, let me get this straight. Mr. Zenzi, you buy stolen goods for profit, rat on somebody to save your own hind, but you're too good to lie, is that right? Zenzi, I'm not lying now. Briggs, as a matter of fact, this Bolden was going to see what he could get out of this, but you stole his chance too, didn't you? Zenzi, I guess. Briggs, no further question. Page 39. O'Brien, Mr. Zenzi, how long were you in jail? Zenzi, 43 days. O'Brien, do people in jail look for stories to report to the police? Petroselli calmly, objection, the question's too vague. O'Brien, well, let me put it this way, Mr. Zenzi. This Mr. Bolden was going to use this story for his own benefit, is that right? Zenzi, right. O'Brien, and you decided to use it for your benefit. Page 40. Zenzi, right. Lots of guys in jail do that. O'Brien, you use stories and you use people, right? Zenzi, sometimes. O'Brien, and the outcome of your talking with the detective in question is that you were able to reach the district attorney's office and strike a deal. Isn't that right? You were able to strike a deal that got you out of jail early. Isn't that right? Zenzi, what's right? O'Brien, you happy with your deal? Zenzi, yeah. O'Brien, no further. Petroselli, Mr. Zenzi, do you know when you're lying and when you're telling the truth? Zenzi, yes, sure. Petroselli, you telling the truth now? Zenzi, yeah. Petroselli, no further.